Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a good old-fashioned monthly favourites video. Now I think people still make these videos every so often, but I don't know if anyone watches them anymore, but I thought I'd give it a go again. I do like doing these sometimes. I don't always come up with enough things. Like I usually make a list throughout the month and like note stuff down to talk about for the end of the month, and it doesn't always happen. Like I don't always find enough to talk about, or I just don't get around to doing it, but I've decided to do one this month and just chat through things I've been loving through the month of January, and then I'll do like a little overview of the whole month at the end because I think that's kind of exciting. Okay, so the first thing I've been loving in the month of January is this sleepy body lotion from Lush, and this stuff is so good. Like, it's pretty amazing. I got this for Christmas. I put it on my Christmas list and my auntie actually got it for me. And basically it's just a lavender scented body lotion that you put on at night, and it's obviously smells really nice and really relaxing, and it just helps you sleep better. And for someone with anxiety and who can have trouble sleeping quite often, this is a godsend. Like, this is so good. Like, it actually works. It actually relaxes me a lot and helps me sleep better. Like, sometimes my anxiety can be pretty bad and it's not going to like completely make it go away, but it does help a lot, and sometimes it will help me sleep so much quicker and relax me so much quicker. But it looks like this. It's a massive tub as well, so I'm going to get plenty of use out of this. I have used it quite a few times this month, but it still looks like I've hardly used it at all, so a little bit goes a long way, which I love, so it's going to last me really well. It smells amazing. Like, I literally take one whiff of it and I want to go to sleep. That is literally what it's like. So now I'm all of a sudden very tired, but I really recommend this. Stuff like this at Lush can get quite pricey, but it's definitely worth it. I really like it, and I probably will either repurchase it when I've run out, or maybe put it on my birthday or Christmas list again whenever it happens to have run out. So yeah, really have been loving this month. Another thing I've been loving is another Christmas present, and it is this sleek nail varnish, and it is a matte nail varnish, which I kind of didn't realise until I put it on. I obviously just didn't read it properly, but it's actually a matte nail varnish, and I really love the look of it, and it lasted pretty well on my nails. Like, nail varnish never lasts on my nails. Like, I never put a top coat on or anything, which is bad, but I've tried top coats in the past to help them last longer, and they just don't really seem to make a difference. So yeah, my nails don't really last very long. They chip quite easily, but I do like painting them. It stops me from biting them as well, and I just really like this colour, and I like the finish of it. I like that it's matte. I don't have any other matte nail polishes, so it's something a bit different, and I do just really like it. Next is something a little bit random, but I did feature it in a recent haul video, and I have shown it on my vlogs as well in use, and it is this Lumiere tea light holder, which is from Primark. And this might be a bit excessive, but I love it so much. And you put the little tea lights in either side here and on his head, and it just looks so cool. It's actually so nice in my room. Like, like the colours match really well with my room, and my room is very Disney themed, of course.
Are we shocked?
But it looks really nice in my room. Even though it's a bit over the top, I just think it looks so nice, and I love it. I really love it, and it was only £12, and it feels really good quality. It looks really good quality. I just love it, and I just think you can't go wrong with this, and I'm so happy I got it. I've wanted it for a while, and I decided to get it this month when I went into Primark and I saw it again. I was like, I'm just gonna get it, and it was definitely worth it. Now onto a couple of YouTube favourites. First one being a channel that I have loved for a long time, like since I first properly got into YouTube, but then their content kind of changed and I wasn't as into it, and now they've kind of gone back to their original content and I'm loving it. Basically, Nikki and Sammy, I actually met them at Hello World, and it was an amazing experience. And they were so lovely. But I remember watching them when I was first getting into YouTube. I just found them so funny. I loved their sense of humour. I just loved everything about them. And then they got into more of like the K-pop side of things, and basically all their videos were K-pop related. And I've got nothing against K-pop, and I don't want to get like loads of hate for this. Not that I'm going to get loads of hate, because like no one watches my videos. I don't hate K-pop, I've just never gotten into it. I've never actually really listened to it, so I don't really know if I'd like it or not, but I just kind of don't think it would be my thing, and I've just never wanted to get into it. But yeah, they did a lot of videos related to that, so I stopped watching them for a while. not that I was against them doing that, because like if that's what they want to do then fair enough, and they were still getting people that were interested in those videos. It just wasn't my kind of thing. But recently they have decided to make a separate channel for all of their K-pop related videos, and now their normal channel has gone back to their original content, just like the silly humour and just like the stuff that I used to love to watch. And even though they've gone back to it and it's been so long, like it just hasn't changed and it's still just as funny, and it's like I've gone back to the old videos, like, and we've gone like back in time a bit, and I just love it, and I'm really loving that at the moment because I'm just so glad to have those kind of videos back. It's that kind of sense of humour that's just like silly, but I just have the silly sense of humour, so I find it really funny. Another YouTuber that I have recently been watching, or basically over the whole of January, and someone I'd heard of a long time ago but never gotten into, and then I realised how funny she is, and like I just am obsessed with her videos at the moment. I've been watching Imagination like so much this month. I find her so funny, like her job and work story times are so funny. I just think she's got such a funny personality. She seems really lovely. She's just, some of the things she comes out with, she just makes me laugh. She's so beautiful as well, like stunning, like oh my god. I just really love her videos, and she just makes me laugh so much, and yeah. There's not much else to say, I just really like her videos at the moment. Now onto a few music related favourites, the first one being Dodie's new EP. Of course I had to include this, I'm obsessed with it. I cannot stop listening to it. The new EP is called Human, and it's got some amazing songs on there. Songs that she put on her YouTube channel a while ago, and now she's put them onto her EP, which makes me really happy because they're two that I love. She and Human, they were like on her YouTube channel a while back, and yeah, I really love them. But my favourite on the whole EP has got to be Monster. I'm just obsessed with it, it's so catchy. I'll just show you a bit of my favourite part of the song. Such a bop. But the whole EP is incredible, and definitely go and listen to it if you haven't already. I actually bought it on vinyl because I recently got a record player. My nan gave me one that she had. I've been listening to it on my record player as well, which is really, really cool, and it's actually signed by Dodie because I randomly found it on the day I had my Disney audition, and it was just like, this day couldn't get any better. Another music related favourite is actually a soundtrack from a musical which was introduced to me by my friend Jude. Hi Jude if you're watching. And it is Six, which is basically, it's more like a concert kind of vibe. It's a musical, but it's more like laid out like a concert, and it is about Henry VIII's wives. It's basically all of his ex-wives like coming together and like singing together and doing different songs. I'll just show you an example of one of the songs, but oh my god, it's so good. It's like a proper girl band kind of vibe, so like Little Mix, and it just reminds me of that because obviously they've done it more pop kind of vibey. I'm not explaining it very well, but it's so good. Go and listen to it, honestly. We are hoping to go and see it at some point in London, and hopefully we do get to go and see it because it is so good. Everybody knows that we're stupid six wives. And the final music favourite is actually a random song that I found on a Disney Hits playlist that I listen to a lot, and sometimes they change it up a bit. I always listen to this on Spotify. Sometimes they add new songs and stuff, and one of them I hadn't heard on here before, and it's actually by a group called D Capella. Hadn't heard of them until listening to this playlist, and they did their own version of Friend Like Me, so it's obviously like an a cappella group, and I just think this is so cool. I normally don't like new versions of Disney songs, like when people cover them and stuff. I don't know, it depends. Like usually like more poppy versions of Disney songs I'm not always as keen on, and sometimes I just don't like newer versions of it. When people do like covers on YouTube and stuff, like I like that, but I mean, I don't know, it depends basically. But they did Friend Like Me, and it's so cool, and I'm going to show you my favourite bit because it's so cool. So cool. Like that little low bit, I'm fully obsessed with that. I hope you could hear that properly. I'm going to play it again. Literally my favourite part of the whole song. It's so good, it's so catchy, and just It literally gives me goosebumps every time I listen to it. Like, I've got goosebumps right now. I just think it's so cool, like so cool. Now onto a couple of Netflix favourites. The first one is You, which is a kind of new Netflix series, and it was pretty good. Like, I binge watched it all in a day. I think there was like 10 episodes maybe, and I watched it all in a day because I got so hooked on it, and I do really love it. I think it's really, really cool. Like, it was just one of those things that has you hooked straight away. You're just very intrigued by the whole thing. You're like, oh my god, what's going to happen now? And there's a lot of twists and turns basically, and it's probably like things happen that you probably wouldn't expect, but it's so good. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I watched it all in a day, and I'm excited for the second season, but I don't know what they're going to do with it because of how the first season ended. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything. How the first season ended, I don't know how they're going to make it into a second season. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't know if they're going to move along to something slightly different. I don't know, but I did love it this month. I mean, it just sums it up. I watched it in a day. And another Netflix series that I have been in love with this month, like fully in love with. I haven't even finished watching season 3 yet. That is the latest season. I think it's the last season that's coming out. But oh my god, I'm obsessed with it at the moment. I've been meaning to watch it for a long time. I was excited about it when they first announced it, and just didn't get around to watching it because I was catching up on other stuff. But then I decided, okay, I'm going to watch it. Watched the first episode, I was like, I got into some of the first episode, I was like, this is weird, I don't know if I'm going to like it, I don't know, but now I'm addicted, like I love it. Basically, it's a series of unfortunate events, the Netflix series. Just so good. Just so good. When it came out, I was like, is this going to be good? Because I love the original film so much, and Jim Carrey is just amazing, and I'm like, is anyone going to ever be able to play this character as well? And I was like, I just don't know if they're ever going to top it. But I was wrong. They topped it and then some. Like, I still love the original film, but this series is so good. Like, every single actor and actress in it is amazing. Like, all of them. There is not one where I thought, they're a bit, don't know if I like their character or their acting's a bit questionable. Like, everyone was amazing in it. And I just love it so much. I just find it so funny. Like, it's again got the kind of humour that's kind of stupid humour, but it just makes me laugh, and I am obsessed with it. And I know as soon as I finish it, I want to rewatch it again. I don't think they're making any more series after this last one, but I don't want it to be over. I'm probably just going to rewatch it. But like I said, I love Jim Carrey and I think he's really funny, so I was like, they're going to have to try hard to top this one. But Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf is something that I never knew I needed in my life, but I have discovered that that is exactly what my life needed, and he's insane. Absolutely insane. He absolutely nails that character, like, so good, and I actually am a little bit in love with him, not gonna lie. He's amazing. The way he plays that character is so funny, and I just, everything about it, like every little thing he does with that character is just spot on, and I just think it's incredible. And yeah, there's a girl in it as well who plays Esme, which is really weird when I keep hearing that name being said in the show. I'm like, I'm not used to this because no one ever has my name, so it's weird, but I love it. And it's just, I don't know, that makes me enjoy it more, which sounds so stupid, but I'm like, yeah, her name's Esme.
Same sis.
That was cringe. She's really good as well. She's in Ella Enchanted. As soon as she came on screen, I was like, oh my god, it's the girl from Ella Enchanted. She is one of like the stepsisters, basically. Oh my god, if you haven't watched that film, another side note, that's brilliant. Watch that. That's like my childhood. But anyway, it's amazing. Every single person in it is so good. Like, literally every single character I absolutely love. I just think they're brilliant. And Lemony Snicket is actually played by, oh my god, I can't remember his name, but he is also in How I Met Your Mother with Neil Patrick Harris, and he plays Kronk in Emperor's New Groove. You probably know who I mean. And he also does the little video for Soarin' at Disney, so we love that.
First, I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information.
He's amazing as well as Lemony Snicket, and the whole thing is just incredible, and I'm just obsessed. Like, I think it's my favourite series I've ever watched, not gonna lie. And I want to watch it again already. But anyway, I could talk about that series for hours on end because of how much I love it, so I'm going to move on. Next are a couple of things I've been to see this month. The first one being Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I went to see it in London a couple of weeks ago when this video will be going live. It probably will have been over like 2 weeks. I don't really know when this video is going up, to be honest. I was so excited for it, and it's in 2 parts. It's basically a play, and it's like following on to the Harry Potter series. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it's amazing. So good. Very different to anything I've seen before. As it got into it at first, like the first part, I was a bit unsure as whether I was going to like it or not. It was really, really good, and it was just like watching the next film, and I'm assuming they'll probably make it into a film at some point, but it's really good. The way they do some of the things is so clever, and I just loved it. I just got really hooked on it, and I just think it's an amazing experience, and I definitely recommend going to see it. Me and Luke actually managed to get really cheap tickets for it. They brought out some really cheap tickets not long ago. Well, I say not long ago, it was like a year ago, that's a lie. And I managed to grab some of those. We were sat really far back and really high up, so I was worried it was going to be really difficult to see it. And yes, our view was kind of restricted, but not majorly. For tickets that cheap, I was happy. We could still see what was happening, and it was amazing, so I did love it. The last thing was actually something that I didn't expect to be as amazing as it was. Like, I knew I was going to like it, but it ended up being even better than I thought. And I went to see Strictly Come Dancing live. I loved it. Like, I loved it so much. You can go and watch my weekly vlog from that. Like, you'll see it in the thumbnail, basically. I went to go and see Strictly. It was so good. Like, really, really good. I didn't even know the judges were going to be there. I knew nothing about this. I literally thought they were going to have each couple come on and do a couple of dances, and then that'd be it. But like, they literally did it like the show. You could vote and everything. You could text in to vote. Joe and Diane won. I was buzzing because I wanted them to win the original show, but it made me feel a bit better that they won this one. But it was so good. Like, I really enjoyed it, and watching all the dancing and everything, it was just so good. And I really want to go again next year, even if I don't really know anyone that's in it. I mainly wanted to watch it for Joe. That was the main reason I went. But I just loved it in general. It was one of my favourite things I've been to see. It literally feels like you're going to watch the actual thing, so I really liked that. I felt like I was really at the actual show. So I like how they did it like that. That is all of my favourites for this month. There are lots of things that I've loved this month, so I could talk about loads of things, but there's just a few examples. An overview of this month. Just wow. Normally January is a month that I absolutely hate. Like, I was saying it in the lead up to this month. I was like, oh, January is my least favourite month. It's so long, it's so boring. I feel really unmotivated because I feel all this pressure that I need to get my life together because it's the start of a new year, but it's a really long month, nothing's really going on, it's kind of quiet, blah 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 blah. But oh my god, it was probably the best way, or definitely the best way to start the year, and probably the best January I've ever had in my life. So if you haven't watched my video yet, and if you haven't followed me on social media, like, you probably know about this because I have talked about it a lot. Basically, I had an audition again for Disneyland Paris, and I actually passed the audition. I passed the audition, and as I'm filming this, I'm currently still waiting for an email. By the time this goes up, I might have been contacted with a contract. I might not have. I might not hear back in 6 months. I might have to go and audition again in 6 months. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because I've made a separate video on it, so go and check that out if you haven't already. But it's unreal, and again, I keep saying it, but I wish it came across on camera how much it means to me, because I feel like I'm just not reacting to it how I thought I would. I thought I'd cry every time I spoke about it, but I just can't believe it at the moment. And I'm kind of like on the edge because I'm like waiting for them to send me this contract, because I am so close, but I still don't know if I'm actually going to get a job there yet. So it's still very stressful, but I have positive vibes going on, so I'm hoping it's going to happen for me. But of course I'll let you know as soon as I find out, because I'm very excited. But yeah, it was just a good day in general. Had some time in London, got to see my sister, my older sister who lives there, and just lots of fun things have happened this month. Obviously going to see Strictly and Cursed Child, and spending time with lots of friends and family. It's just been a really, really good month, and I've just been so happy. I started off the year, again, like I said, January is kind of a month that is not good for my mental health, because I just feel really stressed out and feel lots of pressure and kind of demotivated and everything. It turned itself around, and now I can say it's been the most incredible month, and I'm hoping that the rest of the year is just as good, or if not better. And I feel like this year is going to be that year, so I'm just patiently waiting for my email because I feel like it's my time, and I have a good feeling I'm going to hear very soon, but who knows. And if not, I'll just go back and audition again in 6 months and it'll be fine. But I really want to know now, and I really want to go this year. So we'll see. But yeah, an incredible month and lots of favourites to share with you. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below some of your favourites for this month. I would love to know. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!